I've got a pointy nose.
That's a shrew.
Yes, little pointy nose.
Cause you'll find life is a riddle that we're not meant to understand. But I'm still
Yes, we're back, Dad, with the prediction series. Right, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, it's been a while since we have done a predictions video, and the reason is we've both been really busy. There's been a lot of games being played, and we haven't really been able to keep up. But we are back now, and it's game week 13. I don't know, I've lost track. But yeah, we are currently in lockdown, so I hope you are all staying safe at home, and hopefully, before you know it, we'll be back to normality. And yeah, before we get into this video, go down there, smash the red subscribe button. We don't want to see red around here. Go and smash the red subscribe button. We are on the road to 14,000 subscribers. And yeah, make sure you drop this video a like. Follow all my socials. They'll be in the description. And yeah, Dad, I think it's time to get into the predictions. How are you making your predictions this week?
On the dates, the years when the clubs were formed.
Oh, okay, okay.
So the oldest formed club will be the winning team.
Okay, because they've got more experience. Like, they've been around longer.
Yeah, they've been around longer, so they're more old and more wiser.
Okay. Our last prediction episode was game week 8, which was about nearly a month ago. And I have got the scores. So the scores from the last time we did an episode, I got 5 points. Tom, the guest, got 7 points. Dad, you got 12 points.
And do you remember what I did it on?
And you did it on the most goals scored by the team.
The previous season.
Yeah. So the scores as it stands is I'm now on 39 points, the guests are on 42 points, and Dad stormed through, he's now on 45 points.
Yes.
From all his stupid predictions, and he's winning!
That's right.
Anyway, let's get into it. The first game of the weekend, Dad, is Gillingham versus Charlton.
Okay.
Now, I'll make my predictions first, as we usually do. Gillingham, decent side. Charlton, we know what they're capable of. I think Charlton will get the away win, 2-0.
Okay, well I've got when the teams were formed. Gillingham were formed in 18. By the way, all these facts came from Wikipedia. So hopefully Wikipedia correct. So according to Wikipedia, Gillingham was formed in 1893, and Charlton were formed in 1905. So Gillingham were the older team. I've gone for 2-1 to Gillingham.
Oh, interesting. Okay, over to the guest then.
So, boys and girls, it is now my time on the Alex Griffin YouTube channel to predict all 12 league fixtures for League One. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and act like I know about League One, because let's face it, I've not watched League One for about 16 years. So first of all, we've actually got Gillingham versus Charlton Athletic. Now, looking at the results of both teams recently, Charlton, actually, they've been on very, very good form. They've won their last 5 games in League One, unbeaten for 5 games, whereas looking at Gillingham Town, they've won 1 out of their last 5, and they've lost the other 4 of those 5. So Gillingham, they're in poor form, and Charlton, they're in great form. So it is going to be a very, very good clash. However, one run of form has to come to an end, whether that's going to be the winning run of Charlton or the losing form of Gillingham. So I'm going to go for a 1-1.
Okay, so the next game then is Accrington Stanley versus Lincoln City. I'm going to say straight up, we're going to keep this one short. Lincoln City are going to get the away win. I think it'll be close. I'm going to go 2-1.
With me.
No, I haven't.
You have? I'm going to hold my paper up. Right, Lincoln City were formed in 1884. That's the earliest team out of this fixture. And Stanley, 1968.
Ooh, that's quite late.
So yeah, so Stanley's a young team. So I've gone for Lincoln 2-1.
Interesting stuff.
Now, moving on to the next fixture, we've got Accrington Stanley versus Lincoln City. Now, Accrington Stanley, do you know what? I don't like Accrington Stanley, and just because I don't like Accrington Stanley, I'm going for a Lincoln win. 2-0 Lincoln.
Right, so the next fixture is Burton Albion versus Northampton. And I don't know, 2 teams, probably I'd say similar level. Northampton are fairly new to League One, obviously. They got promoted last season. I think Burton will get the win. I think it'll be close. I'm going to go 2-1 Burton.
Right, Northampton were formed in 1897. So they've been around a while. Burton, 1950. So they haven't been around so long. So I've gone for Northampton 2-1.
So the next game we've now got is Burton Albion versus Northampton Town. A bit of a clash down there in the relegation battle because both of them are fighting for relegation by the looks of it. Burton Albion are literally one space away from being bottom of League One. I'm sorry, but imagine being bottom of League One. We're currently top of the Premier League. Anyway, enough of that. But Burton, they're not looking good. Northampton, they're not looking good either. But Northampton have been the side that have been in the better form recently. So I'm going to go for a Northampton Town 1-0.
The next game, this is a big game, Dad. Doncaster versus Sunderland. And Doncaster fans love the channel from when we played them. Well, 4-1, you lost 4-1. But no, they've got Sunderland this weekend. And just glad club football's back.
It's good, isn't it?
But no, I think this will be a tough game. However, I do think Doncaster at home, they've got the home advantage. I don't know. 3-2 Sunderland.
Oh, yeah. Right, I've gone for... When do you reckon the teams were started?
Don't know, Jeff.
Right. Doncaster, 1879. Sunderland, 1879.
What?
Both the same year.
Woo!
So, I've had to go for a 1-1.
Okay.
On to the next game, we have got Doncaster versus Sunderland. Now, do you know what? Sunderland, a former Premier League team, that somehow they are still in League One. I just can't see it being a high-scoring game. I'm not going to lie, although it is League One and you never know. That league is very, very unpredictable, as Alex Griffin will tell you guys, because they bottle promotion every single year. I'm sorry, Alex. But I'm going to go for a Sunderland win, and I'm going for a 2-1 Sunderland.
Okay then, so the next game is Fleetwood versus Plymouth. This is a big game. Fleetwood are in brilliant form. They've been winning games week in, week out. Plymouth, though, don't rule them out. They're a decent team. But I do think Fleetwood are going to win this game, Dad. Yeah. I'm going to go 2-1 Fleetwood.
Plymouth, 1886. Fleetwood, 1908. So I'm going to go Plymouth 3-0. 3-0 to Plymouth.
Okay. Over to the guest. Ellis, what are you thinking, mate?
Yeah, come on, True Fox.
So now we've got the battle of 8th and 9th, and that is Fleetwood versus Plymouth Argyle. Now you've got Fleetwood, the Cods, versus Plymouth. And you know what? Again, I can't see this game being a massively high-scoring game. Although Fleetwood have won their last 3 games in League One, and the last 3 games for Plymouth have been a win, draw, and a loss. So Fleetwood are in great form, and Plymouth are slightly declining in form a little bit. But you know what? I'm going to go for the home advantage, and I'm going to go for a Fleetwood Town 1, Plymouth Argyle 0.
The next game is Ipswich Town. Let's go. We're back in action after like 2 weeks. It's been a while.
Blue Army.
There's been an international break, and we're back. We're against Shrewsbury, Dad. This has got a win written all over it. We're at home. We're at the Fortress, Portman Road. Obviously, fans aren't allowed in stadiums yet, so you can't really say we've got an advantage. But I think we'll win this game. We've been in a bit of up and down form, but Ipswich Town, we've got the ability to pick up results. And are we going to do it Saturday? Of course we are. Shrewsbury, they might pull something out the bag, but I don't think they will against Ipswich Town. 3-0.
You look at my paper again.
No, I haven't.
Right, Ipswich formed 1878. Shrewsbury were formed 8 years later in 1886. So Shrewsbury have been around for quite a while, haven't they? So going on the fact that we were formed earlier, I've got to go Ipswich 3-1.
Now on to the big game, Alex Griffin's game, Ipswich Town versus Shrewsbury Town. Alex Griffin is going to cry his heart out if they lose to Shrewsbury, because they desperately do need to get promotion to the Championship as soon as possible. I'm going to go again for the home advantage, and I'm going for an Ipswich Town 3-0. Not just because I'm mates with Alex, I genuinely do think Ipswich will get a very, very high scoring win. Just what it is, what it is.
I've got a pointy nose.
That's a shrew.
Yes, little pointy nose.
Okay, so the next game is MK Dons versus Hull City. I'm going straight for it. Hull City, decent team. MK Dons, they beat Sunderland, I think, last game. So I'm going to go MK Dons 1, Hull City 0.
Right.
I think I'm going to...
Of all these teams that are playing this weekend,
yeah,
Hull was formed first. So, Hull 1865 and MK Dons 2004.
What, like 10 years ago?
16 years ago.
16 years ago. Well, that's
Right.
crazy.
So Hull were formed like more than 100 years before MK Dons.
Wow.
So I've got to go for Hull 2-0.
Now on to Milton Keynes versus Hull City. It's only going to be a one-sided game in my opinion, and that is going to be a Hull City win. 1-0 win for Hull City.
Next game then is Peterborough versus Blackpool. Another big game this weekend. I think Peterborough are going to get the win though. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win.
Okay, Blackpool 1887. So that's an old team, isn't it? Peterborough 1934. I've gone for Blackpool 2-1.
Moving on to the next game, we have got Peterborough United against Blackpool. Now, top of the league Peterborough versus 16th Blackpool. I mean, again, it's clear to see who are the favourites going into this game. I'm actually going to go for a Blackpool 2-0. I'm actually going to call it. Blackpool are going to win 2-0.
Moving on then, we have got Portsmouth versus CREWE. Play up Pompey, Pompey, play up. I'm joking, I do rate Portsmouth fans. But they've got CREWE this weekend, and I'm sorry, CREWE are an unbelievable team. They got promoted from League 2, and they are smashing it in this league. I think Portsmouth are going to struggle against CREWE. They're not going to lose. I'm going to go for a draw, Dad. 1-1.
Well, I've got, well, CREWE were formed first, 1877. That's the year before Ipswich Town were formed.
Yep.
Anyway, Portsmouth 1898. So Portsmouth's been around more than 100 years. So I've had to go, as CREWE were the earliest team, I've gone for CREWE 1-0.
Tom's going to hate you.
You'll make something like that, is he?
Portsmouth versus CREWE Alexander. And to be fair, I have no idea who these teams are. I'm not going to lie. I'm calling a 1-1. I think CREWE are going to go there and put a really big performance on, and they will come away with a draw.
The next game then is Rochdale versus AFC Wimbledon. Boring game. I think I'm going to go 1-1.
Both quite young teams. Rochdale were formed in 1907. Wimbledon, well, a bit of difference. When did Wimbledon were formed?
2000 something.
2002.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
That's nearly 100. That's 95 years difference.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So because of that, I've gone for Rochdale 1-0.
Now moving on to the next fixture, we have got Rochdale versus AFC Wimbledon. And Rochdale, I cannot stand you guys or AFC Wimbledon. So do you know what I'm going to do? 0-0 draw. It's got 0-0 written all over it.
Move on now to Swindon versus Bristol Rovers, Dad. Swindon are another team that I don't underestimate, you know. I don't think anyone should underestimate. They're not a bad side. I think this is going to be... I'm going to go 2-2.
Oh, close. You've been looking at my paper again.
I haven't.
Both these teams are over 100 years old. They're quite close. Swindon 1879. Bristol Rovers 1883. There's only 4 years difference.
Yeah.
So I've gone for Swindon being the oldest team. I've gone for Swindon 2-1.
Okay.
Swindon versus Bristol Rovers. Now, again, another two teams that are down there in League One fighting for survival. Cannot get any points on board. Swindon lost their last game out. Bristol won their last game out. So I'm going to go for a Swindon 1, Bristol Rovers 0. I'm calling it a 1-0.
Hey, the last game of the weekend. It's Wigan versus Oxford, boys and girls. And Wigan haven't been great this year. I think they're in the bottom 4 at the moment. I think Oxford will win this game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Oxford win. And I feel so sorry for Wigan fans, genuinely.
Both of us sort it out. There's another old team, 1893. And Wigan, not that old, 1932. So still quite old.
Mm-hmm.
So, because Oxford are the older team, I've gone for an Oxford 2-0.
Okay.
On to the last game, we have got Wigan Athletic versus Oxford United. Now, Wigan are sitting bottom of League One. How the mighty have fallen. I'm going to go for a 2-2.
And there you have it, guys. Thank you, Ellis, for coming on the channel. Yeah, we've made our predictions. If you want to make your score predictions in the comments down below, I'd massively appreciate it. If anyone has any other ideas of how you want my dad to pick his predictions, comment any suggestions or strategies down below.
More unusual, the better.
The more unusual. Yeah. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you for all the support. Keep smashing the support. We're coming up to the end of the year, and honestly, as soon as fans are back in stadiums, the vlogs will be back bigger, better than ever. Yeah, enjoy your weekend. I'll be streaming, obviously, over the weekend. And yeah, remember to subscribe to the channel.
And I'm winning with points.
And you are.
Yeah, I'm winning.
And smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.